let's take a live look outside. The Mile High, 19 degrees this
Sun's
morning.
out,
Yep, that's right. Well, restaurants preparing for cold temperatures like right now before winter really hits, and especially considering the times, that's going to be tough.
Well, with COVID, that outdoor seating was huge during the summer. So we've got Matt Vannini, the president and CEO of Restaurant Solutions Incorporated here, and Josh Wolkon, the owner of Steubens and Ace Eat and Serve and a bunch of other restaurants. They're going to talk two very great perspectives on this. So, Matt, I want to start with you because what you guys do is you kind of provide consulting to restaurants. I mean, your slogan is focus on food, not finances. But it is such a tough year for restaurants to do that because, unfortunately, the finances have taken over. Can restaurants afford to make these new accommodations?
I think it's important to understand with restaurants, and we're not just a consulting firm, we also provide accounting and bookkeeping services for our clients. And for our clients, the first thing to know is how much you can afford in any situation. So it's very, very important that during these times that the operators have a budget and they have a break even so that they can understand if it's even viable to try to shift and pivot their businesses during the pandemic, because things are changing every week. Josh and I were just talking about it, about every 60 to 90 days.
Well, let's bring Josh into the conversation here. Josh, obviously, with the weather that just hit, it would deter a lot of people from that outdoor patio dining. How are you guys accommodating? What are the changes you're going to make heading into the winter?
Well, this weather was a little extreme for beautiful Colorado, but, you know, we are lucky, really fortunate at Steubens and at Ace that we have existing covered heated patios that keep it warm. So that really, we are lucky that the inside of our restaurants are kind of big and have a lot of airflow and volume and high ceilings. And we've been really lucky with people dining indoors, but we are doing things like fire pits. We have a tent in the Steubens parking lot that'll be heated, and we have one of our liquor purveyors providing igloos. So just going to try to convince people to bundle up, and we have some live music on the patio at Ace on Saturdays, and just enjoy Colorado sunshine and weather over the winter.
Well, and you guys have a food truck too. That helps as well, obviously, being able to utilize that. Matt, what are you suggesting that restaurants do as you work with their finances and try to balance the budgets with these restaurants? Are there new ways they can maybe deliver their services that they're not used to doing?
Yeah, like Josh and I were just discussing, if you're faced with a situation where you're not fortunate enough to have already installed and have permanent solutions for heaters and outdoor dining like Josh has done, what we were just discussing is the fact that trying to get an extension of your brand into your consumer's home. I mean, we as consumers, we as guests, we want our favorite meals. We want to go to Steubens. We want to have that extension of those brands. So and using Josh as a great example, to be able to get that brand, to get the fried chicken per se to somebody's house and do it in a way that's representative of your business, that's a measure of success that is a great alternative to actually investing, let's say, the 20 or 30 or however many thousands of dollars to build these structures outside. And I think for most guests, the operational steps are simple. Number one, have a strong digital presence. If I can get on a website and I can see a representation of your brand, whether I've been there or not, right, it's going to give me that comfort that I need because I really want that sense of normalcy. Number two, making sure that the packaging is representative of what I would be getting in your restaurant. Is the hot stuff hot? Is the cold stuff cold? And number three, the creativity and belonging. I've watched people do virtual happy hours with their longtime guests. There was a Teacher Tuesday that a client of mine created special packaging, invited teachers from a local high school, and they had their favorite bartender, and they built a virtual happy hour. And so thinking way outside of the normal comfort zone to extend during the cold weather is going to be critical.
All right. Interesting perspective. Thank you both. Obviously, the restaurant industry hit hard in 2020 and having to adjust with the colder weather moving in.
I just need to get back to Steubens and get myself one of those green chili cheeseburgers and some gravy fries, and then everything will be better. That's all I need to do. Thank you both. Great perspectives on all of this, and obviously we wish everyone in the restaurant industry the best of luck in moving forward.